Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.exchange. The last week, the markets were very hugely volatile. And the last 1 week, Nifty went from 17,400 to 17,950. Then from 17,950 came down all the way to break 17,300. It was a more than 1,100 point move. And markets, the entire September, it has been like this only, making a large moves on both the sides. Global markets are even bad. On Friday, US markets hit 52-week low. Germany, France, Euro stocks, Hong Kong index, and these are all some of the indices to end at 52-week low on Friday. There are few more European countries also. So globally, the markets are bleeding. And but one thing I would say, if I have to say positively, now the world is divided into two groups. One is Europe and America. So things are really looking very bad. And the other side, Asia. Asia is not really that bad. And Hong Kong is an exceptional one. Currencies are depreciating in many countries. Even Indian rupee crossed 81 rupees per dollar on Friday. In fact, that is what has created panic in Indian markets on Friday. In another news, I saw sterling pound hit a fresh low. And then, euro also. Dollar index has crossed 112. And that is terrible. And just last year, I remember seeing it around 90 to 92. From now, it is 112. By looking at the global cues, we were not really that bad. And most of the global markets trading very close to 52-week low. We are very far away from 52-week low. And again, this is only in Indian rupee terms. The dollar terms, if you look, the picture may be different. Globally, things are not really looking very good. And, things are really looking very bad. The only thing is that, there is some sense that, the most of the negatives have been factored in the markets. So because of this, from here, the downfall may be very limited in the global markets. And people say good news come one by one, whereas the bad news come in bunches. There is a rumor floating around that China President Xi Jinping has been under house arrest. I hope this is just a rumor. I don't think that it's going to be that easy. So anyway, we hope that this is just a rumor. It is not the truth. If this happens, already the world markets are bleeding. They are somewhere near 52-week low. And markets will go for another crash. And if this happens, I will not be surprised if the global markets correct 5 to 10% tomorrow itself. But again, I do not see this news in any international media. So I'm just seeing only on certain medias. So let us hope this is just a rumor. So we are not politically aligned people. So for us, only stock market is the business. So we analyze all the things, from the perspective of the stock market. So this is one thing. And looking at the open interest, last 2 days, the markets crashed from 17,950 to 17,300. So naturally, people will be selling huge amount of call options. Especially Friday, there was a huge call options, 17,400 to all the way to 18,000. And in fact, after a long time, I have also done that. I have done 17,500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 18,000, 18,100, 18,200, 18,300. All the call options have been sold. And all the put options I have squared off. And I sold put options very far away at 16,500 and 16,400. So things have, the global markets have broken down and clearly things are looking very bearish, but who knows? Sometimes, I always say when everything is bearish, that's where the markets bottom out. Some smart people come and take the opportunity to invest large sum of money. So who knows, the markets may reverse. But the markets, I think the probability of downside from here is very, very little, not much. The markets may consolidate or may try to move a little bit, or, there may be even technical bounce also. So, but that's not going to be significant. So I think, if I have to talk something good, okay, number one, it's my gut feeling is that most of the negatives have already been factored in. Number two, even the US markets, if you see on Friday, though markets fell so much, the last 1 hour, there was a huge recovery. And S&P 500 shot up more than 1% in the last 1 hour. I think Dow also. Second thing, the Nasdaq has slightly outperformed Dow and S&P. So if the interest rate is a problem, the Nasdaq should fall more. So the last 1 hour recovery, Nasdaq outperforming slightly. So all this gives, some hope that, the worst is over. May not be completely over, but at least we are somewhere near the low. So looking at the open interest, I think the Nifty is likely to trade between 17,000 and 17,600 the coming week. But again, yesterday Nifty closed around 17,300. So when I say 17,000 to 17,600, it's just about 300 point plus or minus. Most of the time markets move 300 point in just one day. So we need to forecast for 5 days. So another important thing in the coming week is RBI policy. The RBI policy is on Wednesday. I think it should be around morning 10 a.m. And, it's not going to be good for the markets if my guess goes correct. So because first thing is that rupee is depreciating. And second thing is that RBI is supporting, but, in the process of supporting, they are losing more dollars. Our foreign reserves is coming down. There's no point in fighting, So the only way to arrest the outflow is to raise the interest rate. RBI is likely to increase the rate of interest by 50 basis points. Because of this RBI policy, so banking stocks may be under some pressure, and it is already under pressure, So the last 5-6 trading session, Bank Nifty has already fallen 2,000 point plus. Coming to stock specific, crude prices are crashing. I think the Brent crude has come to almost $86. So remember, a few months before it was $123. From $123, it has come to $86. But still it has to go down. So it has to go down to, let us say, about $40 to $50. So that is when, the good time will come for Indian economy. So even $86 is very, very high. But however, so the crude prices are the downward trajectory. So that is something good. So because of that, so auto stocks may be in focus. Other than that, there is no much enthusiasm in any stock specific movement. So I would avoid taking any position for 1 week just because, usually the last week of the expiry, markets tend to be highly volatile. So don't want to take any risk. So therefore, this week I'm not recommending any stock. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.